is Karina Lemdigazi and I will be presenting on our introduction. So to start things off, let's talk about the reality of doing business today. We operate in Malaysia, a beautifully diverse country made up of multiple vibrant ethnic groups. While this cultural melting pot is our greatest strength, it also means businesses must walk a careful line. Every piece of content, every reply, and every caption put out on social media requires absolute respect and sensitivity. This is because in the digital age, online posts spread like wildfire. A single misstep can trigger massive overnight public reactions before a company even realizes what went wrong. A textbook study of this occurred in May 2024 involving a local fast food chain called Dasa Fried Chicken or DFC. It started innocently enough. Customers were asking standard questions online regarding the restaurant's food prices. However, the situation took a drastic turn when the social media administrator responded to these questions using the term Type C. Now, to give some context, Type C is widely recognized as an offensive, racially charged derogatory label aimed at the Chinese community. Instead of keeping the communication professional and addressing the pricing queries, the admin let personal bias or ignorance seep into the brand's official voice. The backlash was immediate and severe. According to a report by The Star, the FC quickly realized the gravity of the situation and released an official statement expressing deep regret over the incident. But as we know with the internet, once the match is lit, it is incredibly hard to put out the fire. Which means, despite their apology, the comment had already caused widespread public anger. It seriously fractured the community's trust and dealt a massive blow to the company's public image, right as they were trying to establish themselves in the market. So the ultimate takeaway from the DFC controversy is that it stands as a stark cautionary tale about what happens when professional communication completely breaks down. It proves that workplace sensitivity isn't just a human resource buzzword, it is a vital shield for a company's reputation. A brand's reputation takes years to build, but only seconds to destroy with a single click. Therefore, the purpose of this report and presentation is to closely examine the events surrounding this controversy. More importantly, we discuss the 3 best strategies that companies can implement to maintain high professional standards, train their digital teams, and prevent these kinds of public relation disasters from ever happening. So that is all from me. Moving on to the next presenter who will be explaining the first strategy, which is diversity and sensitivity training.
Hello, my name is Nur Anisha binti Muhammad Syam. My metric number is 111410. So, the first recommended solution to solve the Type C problem is to implement diversity and sensitivity training in the workplace. The main purpose for this training is to help employees gain a better understanding of cultural differences and learn to accept people from diverse backgrounds. It also encourages employees to avoid stereotyping and off-putting behavior. Off-putting behavior refers to action, attitude, or habit that make others feel uncomfortable, annoyed, or offended. So, by increasing awareness of this issue, employee can interact with others in a more respectful and professional manner. This solution is especially important in workplace where employees always interact with individuals from different ethnic and cultural backgrounds. In such environment, misunderstanding can easily occur because people may have different value, belief, communication style, or cultural norms. Sometimes an employee may unintentionally make a controversial statement or behave in way that is considered inappropriate by others. This situation can damage workplace relationship, reduce teamwork effectiveness, and even negatively affect the company reputation. Diversity and sensitivity training is considered one of the most effective solutions because it focuses on education rather than punishment. Instead of taking action only after a problem occurs, the training help employees understand potential issue before they arise. This makes it a preventive and long-term solution. Employees become more aware of their behavior and learn how to communicate respectfully with colleagues from different backgrounds. Other advantage of the training is that it promotes awareness, professionalism, and mutual respect. When employees understand and appreciate diversity, they are more likely to work together effectively and create a positive working environment. A respectful workplace encourages better cooperation, stronger teamwork, and higher employee satisfaction. The effectiveness of diversity and sensitivity training is supported by research. According to Robertson and colleagues in 2013, diversity training is commonly used part of organizational diversity management efforts. The success of this training can be observed through a decrease in discrimination complaints, positive feedback from employees, and improved communication within the workplace. This outcome shows that employees become more comfortable working with people from different cultural backgrounds. In addition, the implementation cost of this solution is relatively affordable. Companies can organize workshop, seminar, or online training session without causing major disruption to productivity, working hours, or employee off days. Compared to many organizational programs, diversity training require relatively low cost while providing significant benefit.
Hi, my name is Daniela Helena. My metric number is 109513. Now, I would like to explain on the second solution proposed to address this issue. Another practical solution is to review social media posts before publishing. This process ensures that the content does not contain offensive language, discriminatory remarks, or messages that could cause misunderstanding by the public. The controversy of the DFC case could have been avoided if the response had been checked by a supervisor before posting. Since social media content spreads quickly, even a small mistake can damage an organization's reputation. To implement this solution, the organization should establish a clear approval process for all social media content. Employees who are responsible for managing social media should submit their posts to a supervisor or communication manager for review before publishing. The organization can also create a checklist to ensure that the post use appropriate language and does not contain sensitive information. By following this step, the organization can reduce communication risk and maintain a positive public image. As a result, reviewing social media posts before publishing is a practical way to prevent similar incidents in the future. That is all for my part. Thank you.
Good day to all. Now I will explain the third solution, which is clear communication guidelines. Clear communication guidelines are important because it helps employees know how to respond to customers in a polite and professional way. Since we live in a multicultural country, employees must be careful with their words, especially on social media. First, employees should always use respectful and polite language when interact to customers. The guidelines should remind employees to avoid sensitive 3R issues, which are race, religion, and royalty. These topics can easily cause misunderstanding or offend certain group of people if handled carelessly. Apart from that, the company can provide simple response template together with a list of do's and don'ts for employees. With these guidelines, employees learn to respond in a safe and professional manner. The company can expand the rules through the training session so all employees understand them clearly. When workers know the rules, they will be more careful with their words. In short, clear communication guidelines help employees communicate respectfully, avoid sensitive issues, and protect the company reputation. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Siti Maimunah binti Khairuddin. My number matrix is 112375 and I'll be explaining the conclusion of this report. In conclusion, the Dasa Fried Chicken controversy shows that unprofessional business communication, especially on social media, could cause a major public crisis, which then could damage the company's image and their customers' trust. It is believed that the cause of this controversy was lack of proper training in social media, which was revealed by the company's management during a press conference. Therefore, 3 solutions, which are diversity and sensitivity training, reviewing social media posts before publishing, and clear communication guidelines should be implemented to ensure that employee interactions remain consistently respectful. That's all from me. Thank you.